Welcome to Second Pour. My name's Jeff.
And I'm Zane.
And what are we looking at today?
Well, this is the 10-year Basil Hayden.
Oh, we had some of this here just recently on an episode, didn't we?
That's right.
And you can check that episode out right here.
We are going to not deep dive it, but tell you about it.
We're at least second pouring it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So let me pour you some. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
Oh, now the aroma on this is pretty nice, actually.
Oh, looky there.
Somebody already poured them some.
Oops. Yeah. So, all right. Let's just get the facts out of the way here.
Okay, so the facts are this is a 10-year whiskey.
Yeah.
This is their 10-year. It only comes out once a year around the fall. They also do a 10-year rye that comes out once a year. This is 80 proof, so it's 40% alcohol.
Yeah.
And Basil Hayden tends to be a very tame bourbon.
Yeah, usually Basil Hayden, we should expect a smooth finish.
Yeah, it's really quick, and it's like one of those ones you can sit around in some really hot summers and still drink it.
So, but this one's gonna have to have some sort of different notes, but just for the fact it's special. And
it's special, and it is hard.
Yeah.
It's just you don't see it year round. So since it's only once a year, it becomes kind of hard to find right when it comes out. And luckily, I got my hands on a bottle. And it's like we gotta drink it.
Okay.
So yeah, so now let's pick this up and smell it.
Yeah. Okay, I get the oak barrel, the char smell.
There's a ton of char right up front. You definitely get the sweet caramel right in there.
Yep.
Oh yeah, but I feel like there might be even a little bit of touch of fruit. Maybe.
I was gonna say some fruit,
like a dried fruit.
Yeah.
A little bit of a dried fruit in there, but I mean overall, its aroma's really nice and easy.
I'm gonna just have to be honest. I am still reeling over the.
So in our last episode of Whiskey Pop, we just ate like some fruit cake that had whiskey and scotch in it, right? I tried telling him he needed to probably, cleanse the palate.
It is cleansed. This will be perfect. But anyway, let's at least
let's try it.
Let's try it. What are you tasting?
A lot of oak. So there's a ton of oak right up front. A little spicy, like peppery spice to it. So I suspect that's the rye.
I'm catching the caramel kind of flavoring that you use typical.
I'm not getting as much of the caramel as I do on the smell, though. The caramel is a little more subtle on the taste than it is on the aroma.
But then it has that super quick finish still.
But yeah, the finish is really quick. It's just spicy. If you really focus on like when you after you swallow.
Yeah.
And there's the spice.
Okay.
You see what I mean? So it's really cool. So you get this nice smooth finish, but then there's spice and then it's gone. And it just kind of lingers there on the tongue for a little bit. But I wonder what a little bit of water would do to this.
Yeah, let's open it up.
Let's open it up and try it, right?
A little drop it and see if it changes anything at all.
I mean, I suspect it might heat up a little bit, or it's going to bring the caramel out a little bit more.
Oh, you always add too much water to my whiskey.
That was not too much water. That was like 2 drops.
I'm like sad.
No, you should not be sad.
Okay.
Let it breathe for a second.
Yeah.
You might swish it around.
I'm already getting a different smell.
Yeah, it's like more caramel, right?
Oh.
I think it brings out...
That spice is really hitting my nose.
I feel like more of the fruit's there now.
My nose is broke. I don't know. I'm not getting the fruit anymore. Oh, there it is. Okay,
No,
okay. I'm getting a lot now.
I want to say apricot.
Letting it sit longer, yeah, you definitely are going to get some of those notes.
You think it's spicier?
Briefly, it was spicier by the nose. I don't know about the taste. Let's taste it.
No. Spice almost gone.
Yeah. It's super
smooth now, right?
Yes, and
faster finished.
Very mild.
Yeah. I think this is one of those things you could do a neat pour on it and be very satisfied with.
I like my bourbons neat anyway.
So how do you like this compared to the other Basil, the standard Basil Hayden?
Good. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like perhaps the the regular, what we usually get Basil Hayden. I probably maybe like more at this point.
Okay.
Because this does have a little more, you want to call it kick, a little more punch to it. And when I'm going to go drink a Basil Hayden, I'm thinking about the super smooth. Now, this is super smooth.
No, I think you're right. I think you have
comparing Basil Hayden to Basil Hayden here.
I think you're right. This is still a very super smooth whiskey. I think here's what I would think. I think if you're one of those people who like these barrel proofs, a cask strength.
This is
right up your alley.
And it's probably one of the best ones you've had.
And it'll be a really nice, smooth cask strength. Nice, smooth, barrel proof, even though that's not what
but that's kind of what they're going for with this.
I think that's what they're trying to hit at. It's like, oh, this has gone a little longer. It does make me question. All right, so I'm guessing that Basil Hayden on the standard usually runs about 4 to 6 years then? Because they're acting like 10 years is a pretty big deal. So, I mean, because, typical, there's a lot of 10-year whiskeys out there.
You say that, but typically speaking, though, the younger whiskeys tend to be more harsh and not as well
complex,
Yeah,
right?
They don't have that maceration to...
Do you find that this is complex?
Well...
I mean, I think if we compared this to, like, let's say Blanton's.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so the complexity of Blanton's, I think, is way higher than this.
Oh, by a great margin. Though.
But I don't think people are buying this for complexity. I think they're buying it for ease of,
Yeah, and this actually, I think the fruit notes that I did pick up with it originally, mixed with some of that spice, is a unique enough flavor that it does make it like something you want to call back to and get it, Like, I really like it.
No, I think at the end of all this, I think this is just as good as the other Basil Hayden product.
Oh, yeah, I absolutely. But, the original question you'd asked me was which one would I rather have?
And you would rather have the original.
Probably the original.
The standard bourbon.
Yeah. But that's just because when I'm buying Basil Hayden, that's what I'm looking for. If I'm going to go more complex, I'm going to look elsewhere.
Now, I would say that the MSRP on this is quite higher than standard Basil Hayden. I think Basil Hayden runs about, $50?
Yeah.
I think this bottle was about $70 for a 10-year.
Yeah.
Now, I understand that.
Yeah.
When there's the barrel proofs, these cask strengths, these extended years of aging, I understand why you would cost a little bit more.
This is also, if it follows the footprint of the other Basil Hayden, the longer it stays open, give this a day after we've opened it. This may be a completely different animal.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you just from this sitting here, just on the table for a few more minutes, you can tell that it's already opened up quite a bit more. And, for once, we're using just a standard whiskey glass, and generally we do Glencairn glasses. And I thought, it'd be nice to just use a standard whiskey glass on this. And it really is open because the whiskey glass is so open.
All right. If you've had it, let us know what you think about it.
Yeah, if you've had this 10-year recently or in the past, write down below in the comments below what you thought about it. And while you're there, be sure to like and subscribe to this video and all our other videos, because we do a ton of whiskey reviews at least once a week.
Yeah.
So before we go any further, then let's rate this.
Oh yes, of course.
So on Whiskey Pop, we do a 5-finger rating system. So just like a pour, it's like 1 finger, 2 finger, 3-finger pours.
Then we get to the glutton side,
When you get into a 5-finger, you're full fisting your whiskey. So
I'll start it off because I feel like, maybe what I was saying was a little bit of a misnomer to what I really feel about this.
Sure.
But I give this a 3-finger.
Oh, that's nice.
This one is something I want to have in my cabinet. I actually will, if I have this in my cabinet, I wouldn't be drinking Buffalo Trace.
Oh,
next to it.
That's saying a lot. People pretty much step over themselves to get Buffalo Trace.
Yeah.
Still.
I just think that this is it feels more quality. I don't even know.
Well, that's
it's my opinion.
Let's clarify. Basil Hayden doesn't pay us for.
No, they don't. No.
I do think it's higher than your standard bottle of whiskey. I don't know if I give it 3. I think I'm about a 2.5. I don't know how you pour 2.5 fingers of whiskey into.
Come on, you gotta commit. It's either 2 or it's 3.
2.5. So, I mean, I think it's a good whiskey. I don't think it's a 3. There's some 3s I've had in here recently, and I'm like, this is. I will drink all of it. What
I'm predicting is I'm gonna get a phone call in a couple of days.
And
Jeffrey's gonna be like, it's a 3.
It's a 3.5.
After letting it sit just a little bit, it's gonna do the typical Basil Hayden thing and just blow your socks off.
And you do tend to like Basil Hayden even more than me.
Yeah, and the funny part was I didn't like it on that first taste.
You're like, oh, this stuff's kind of crap.
I'm like,
and then you bring it over to my house to share it with me.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, yeah, I do like this stuff.
Yeah.
And it left.
Yeah. Accidents happen. But yeah, no.
But yeah, and so, you know, I thought, well, heck, it's a 10-year. I'm going to try it. And then, you know, but it is good. It's a really good whiskey. I think if you're looking for something a little more spice from Basil Hayden, this is the way to go. I'm suspect that the 10-year rye...
That would be an exciting one to do.
Probably a little bit more spicy than this one. And we're hoping next year, as things go along, we're going to do more reviews on ryes and more scotches as well. So
sure, absolutely.
maybe we'll try the rye one here sometime soon. So thanks for hanging out with us today, guys. And, you know, be sure to, like I said, like, subscribe our videos. Hey, and Happy New Year's. Today is January 1st.
Yeah, we are shaking the proverbial shit off our feet of 2020.
That's right. 2020 is gone.
And we are happy that, well, we get to tick another number on the end of the calendar year.
Well, thank goodness. And it doesn't say 2020 on it.
Oh, man.
So if you're as tired of the show we are, you're probably just as excited about 2021 as we are. So you know what? Until then, toast, Happy New Year's, and we'll see you guys next week.